More at ease after San Bruno police make an arrest. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Meebeck.
And I'm Christina Rendon. Neighbors were asked to stay inside their homes as officers work to stop the intruder. New at 10, KTVU's Tori Gaines is live in San Bruno tonight. And Tori, how do neighbors feel about this burglar forcing them to lock down?
The neighbors were not very happy about it, but they were ultimately grateful that the police were able to keep them safe in such a fluid situation. We're here tonight outside the San Bruno Police Department in front of the mobile command unit that was used to respond to that home invasion earlier this morning. And neighbors are telling us that they're very grateful for the acts of the police while they were there, and that they're also happy to be back in their homes. An early morning went awry for one San Bruno family. Residents at this Poplar Avenue home were awakened to someone banging on their front door before 6 a.m. on Sunday. Neighbors tell us the residents called police, but the intruder found another way in.
They wouldn't let him in. They called the cops, and then I guess he entered in through a window.
When San Bruno police officers arrived, they evacuated the residents inside of the home. Then they blocked off the street before issuing a shelter-in-place notice on social media for surrounding homes. Neighbors near the cul-de-sac on Poplar Avenue say they were stuck because police had this end of the street blocked off.
They kind of just started taping everything off, and it was like kind of understood that we're not going anywhere.
After a standoff that lasted more than 6 hours, police were able to detain the suspect and no one was injured. Many residents tell us they aren't worried for their own safety after the incident, saying they feel protected by their neighbors.
I'm fine. No, yeah, I walk my dog, I leave my door open.
Yeah, it is weird. It's not something you see every day, fortunately, but yeah, we kind of accept it as, all right, we saw the announcement, it's best to follow the advice of the authorities.
Jeff Lynn served time in the military, and he says he became familiar with these types of situations while serving. He was glad to see that many residents on the street followed police advice.
As low a percentage as stray rounds might be, it's best to cut that percentage right down to a minimum and just shelter in place.
Neighbors say that San Bruno PD went above and beyond to keep them safe, and they're happy no one was hurt.
You're grateful that there was no loss of life. You know, police followed, protocol, following their mandate for preservation of life wherever possible. In my book, especially with my background, that goes by as a textbook case of something that went by very well.
And when we arrived at the home earlier this afternoon, PG&E was still on site turning the gas lines back on. A worker told us that they had to turn the gas lines off when officers threw smoke bombs into the home in order to try and get the suspect out. We also briefly spoke with the people who live inside of the home, and they say they are okay. They're just still cleaning up the mess left by this incident. Christina?
Tori Gaines live for us tonight in San Bruno. Tori, thank you.